his slate or his marker. I was working with Olivia during the Do Now, and she remembered from yesterday how to find those 3 special numbers in a fact family, and how to figure out the addition and the subtraction problems. Yesterday we did such a good job, and I noticed yesterday that so many of you knew how to find those 3 special numbers and put them into those equations. Well, today we're going to learn that those 3 special numbers in a fact family, just like your own family, live in a house together. And Jerry, when he was here, he looked up and he said, oh my gosh, those are houses. Well, just like we live in houses with our families, those 3 numbers in a fact family live in a house together. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to look up at my first house, and I'm noticing that there's a 4 and a 6, just like the domino that you were working with. I know in my fact family house that in the root, on the triangle, the biggest number always goes at the top under the dot. If you ever forget, you can look for the dot, and that's where the biggest number goes. So just like my domino, where I had a 4 and a 6, I know that I add 4 and 6 together, and that's one of our quick facts that we know. We know that 4 and 6 is 10. So the third number in my fact family must be a 10, and I know that that's right because that's the biggest number, and it goes under the dot at the very top. So now I have my 3 special numbers, 4, 6, and 10. And just like you did on your Do Now, I know I take the 2 smaller numbers to make my addition fact. 4 plus 6 equals 10. I know that we all know how to do those turnaround facts really quickly. So 6 plus 4 equals 10. And then I get to the subtraction, and this was the part that was a little tricky for me yesterday. And it was a little tricky for some of us, but I remember from yesterday, I always start my subtraction with the biggest number. And I can tell Justice remembers that from yesterday. Amari, the biggest number is 10 because it's under the dot. So I always start these with a 10. So I can say 10 minus 6 equals 4, and I'm going to check that. I'm going to check my work just like I did yesterday. If I have 10 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it equals 4. I can also do 10 minus 4 equals 6, because that's my third number, but I'm going to check just to make sure because I'm a little bit uneasy about my subtraction problem. So 10 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 6 left over. I remember that I know I did it right if these numbers are the 3 numbers from my fact family. If I have any other numbers, it's not right, Samira. I want you to look at the second one. We also have the biggest number missing, Jerian, because the biggest number goes under the dot. Who can tell me what that number should be? Just take a moment to think. If you think you know, who can tell me what that number should be? Miles. Why? Miles said that he added these 2 numbers to get a 9. 6 plus 3 equals 9. That's how we find our biggest number. What should my first addition fact be? Who can tell me? I know we all know this because we did this yesterday. Jerian. Jerian said that the first addition fact should be 3 plus 6 equals 9. Amari, if that's the first one, Justice, can you tell me what the second one should be?
6 plus 3 equals 9.
Justice did that turnaround fact so quickly. But now we're getting to the part that was a little tricky for some of us. I want you to take a minute and think, what should the subtraction problems be? What should the subtraction problems be? Alana?
9 minus 3 equals 6.
How did you know that?
Because I counted with my finger.
So Alana's strategy strategy was to show 9, and she knows the biggest number always goes at the beginning of the subtraction problem. 9 minus 1, 2, 3 equals 6.